Did you know the first rocket to reach space was built by Nazis as a weapon of terror? Today we're covering everything about the V-2 rocket, from how it started to why it still matters. And wait until you hear what happened during its first real test. It changed the course of history forever. In 1936, Nazi Germany began developing a new kind of weapon, a rocket that could strike enemies from hundreds of miles away. The project was led by Wernher von Braun, a brilliant engineer who saw the rocket as a way to explore space. By 1942, the first successful test took place at Piemont, a secret research site in northern Germany. The Nazi regime saw the rocket as a way to terrorize Allied cities and break morale. But turning this idea into reality would prove far harder than anyone imagined. The V-2 used a liquid-fueled rocket engine, a radical design that required solving complex engineering problems. Early tests were plagued by failures. One explosion in 1942 destroyed the entire launch site. The rocket cost over $1 million per unit, an astronomical sum during wartime. Despite the setbacks, the V-2 was ready by 1944, and it was unlike anything the world had seen. After years of development, it was finally time to prove itself, on the battlefield. The first operational V-2 was launched on September 6, 1944, targeting London from 200 miles away. It could travel at 3,900 miles per hour, faster than any aircraft of the time. The rocket carried a 2,148-pound warhead, enough to destroy a building or kill dozens. Operators called it a vengeance weapon, but it was unpredictable and terrifying. The V-2 changed the battlefield. It could strike anywhere, at any time, with no warning. But the real test was yet to come, as the rocket was used in some of the war's most devastating attacks. Over 3,000 V-2 rockets were launched during World War II, 1,115 of them at London alone. On November 16, 1944, a V-2 hit the Woolworths department store in London, killing 168 people. In Antwerp, the V-2 destroyed 15% of the city, crippling Allied supply lines. The rocket's unpredictable accuracy made it a terror. It could land anywhere within a 10-mile radius. Despite its flaws, the V-2 was a revolutionary weapon, the first ballistic missile in history. The V-2 reached an altitude of 53 miles, the first man-made object to enter space. So what's the lasting impact of the V-2 rocket, from Nazi weapon to space-age pioneer? After the war, von Braun and his team surrendered to the U.S., and were brought to America under Operation Paperclip. The V-2's technology became the foundation for the U.S. space program, including the Saturn V rocket that took humans to the moon. The V-2's legacy is a paradox, a weapon of war that helped launch the space age. It's a reminder that even the darkest chapters of history can lead to the greatest achievements. Was it worth the cost, in lives, in destruction, in history? That's up to you to decide. The V-2 rocket changed history, and it still influences space exploration today. Which military subject should we deep dive next? Comment below and subscribe for more.